Yeah, we are here at the home of Mr. Donald M. Genthner, and it's February 21st, 2006, shortly after Mr. Genthner's 91st birthday. So, happy birthday again, Mr. Genthner.
Yeah.
And with us here today is also Alan Brzezinski, the American Legion past commander, who's our cameraman. And I'm doing the interviewing today. I'm Bill Payne, also from the American Legion. So thank you for sharing your experience with us, Mr. Genthner. Now, you served during World War II, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And were you drafted or did you enlist?
And I enlisted.
Enlisted. Okay. Where were you living at the time that you enlisted?
My mother and father's house on Main Street.
Main Street right here in Saugerties?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why did you join the service?
Why?
Yes.
I don't know. For sure.
Well, the country was at war, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Thought I could do something, I guess.
Why did you join the Army, right?
Yeah.
And why did you pick the Army as a branch?
I don't know. Probably. I never liked the water too much.
So the Navy or the Coast Guard was out, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, the Marines too, probably, right?
Right.
So you joined the Army, okay. And do you remember what your first day in service was like, the first days? You left Saugerties, I take it, and went someplace. Where'd you go?
Camp Upton, Long Island.
Okay. What was that like?
Well, really rushed around and everybody trying to find out what the hell was going on. Nobody knew nothing. All we was doing was just waiting for the chance to get out and go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't take long before we were on the road either.
Mm-hmm. Now, you had mentioned to me you then went to Fort Meade, Maryland. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. And
Fort Meade.
Fort Meade. You had training there?
Yeah, we joined the infantry division in Fort Meade.
Mm-hmm.
And,
What was your training like? Do you remember?
well, there was the combat infantry training,
Mm-hmm.
rifles, and take care of that. And, oh, I don't know.
Was it a challenge to you? Were you able to get through it okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, you mentioned that with that training done, you went to some other location too, like
Yeah, there's other
Mhm.
camps around
you,
there that,
you went to Fort Eustis, Virginia?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, do you remember what was your job assignment? What kind of work they gave you to do?
I really don't remember that.
That you were a private in the infantry, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And did you were you in combat at all?
I wasn't in combat,
Uh-huh.
but just training for
Training
for it.
And you stayed in the United States the whole time? Or did you go overseas?
No, I was in the States all the while.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you remember anybody getting hurt during this time period? Anybody get injured in your unit?
Oh, we had a couple instances. One kid on a infantry range. He jumped up and the sergeant did his fingers off the trigger on the end of the range and shot the kid right through the throat.
Oh.
And they called us off the range that day. And another time, we was all dressed in fatigues and everything, field rifle, going up this range. A little guy from Brooklyn, I never forget him, boy, he had these potholes in the rain before we got on the range. And the potholes were filled with dynamite. and they told us to stay away from those as far as they could, or you're gonna get messed up. Well, he was eager beaver. He kept right on going. He got up and they got alongside of one, plop, the whole damn thing went over. Christ, what a mess he was.
Did it kill him?
No, he was just a mess though,
Yeah.
all mud and muck.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
The fellow who got shot, I guess that must have killed him, huh?
Oh, the fellow on the other
Mm-hmm. On the range?
range.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
boomed right through. He was dead when he hit the ground.
Yeah. How'd you feel about those experiences? What did it make you feel like?
Well, I don't know. Kind of makes you wonder. Mind your own business and do what the sergeant says, or the hell instructor is.
So if you followed instructions, you were safer than if you
Yeah,
didn't. Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. During the time you were away from home, how did you stay in touch with your family?
How did I keep in contact?
Yeah.
Letters,
Mm-hmm.
back and forth, writing.
Did you get any leave? Or
Huh?
any furlough?
Oh, I had furlough,
Mm-hmm.
and we used to get 3-day passes.
3-day passes?
Yeah,
So you were able to come home sometimes to Saugerties, and
yeah,
sometimes you could be off the base wherever you were stationed, right?
yeah.
What was the food like?
Not bad. I mean, I had pretty lucky. It was pretty good.
Very good. And you had plenty of everything you needed? Did you have enough supplies and all?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you feel like homesick or stressed?
No, I never had that
No, huh?
feeling.
Yeah.
No.
What did people do to entertain themselves?
Oh, Christ. The guys in the barracks, well, they tried everything, kicking the ball around or throwing the ball or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Keep busy.
Yeah. Did you get any entertainers come to entertain you at all?
Did I get one?
Entertainers, like anybody come, like USO shows, that type of thing?
No, I never remember seeing an
No.
entertainer.
So you traveled to some different bases in the South during the time you were in service, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you remember where you were when you found out that the war had come to an end, or when your service was over?
Well, we was in this, we got orders to load up. We were going to move the whole damn division to Camp Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, we guessed the guys figured out we were heading for the South Seas. But we never made it to Oregon. We wound up in Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Yeah.
And we were in there until the end of the war, or until they dropped 2 of the bombs on Japan. And that kind of finished up the war.
Yeah. So that's where you were when the war came to an end.
Yeah, Leonard Wood.
Yeah. How'd you feel about that when the war came to an end?
Good. About time.
Yeah, right, exactly. How'd you get along with your fellow soldiers and the officers and all? What'd you think of
Good.
it? Yeah, very good. Now, after you got out of the service, what happened? You came back to Saugerties, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
come back here.
What did you do in the first days and weeks after the war was over for you?
I remember the gardens out back. Get things kind of cleaned up a little bit
Mhm.
around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you, what did you go back to school, or?
No, I went to work for the telephone company,
Yeah. Where was that? Locally here?
Kingston.
Kingston. Okay.
Yeah,
And then you worked for the telephone company, right? That was your career, right?
yeah, right on through from there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did you make any friendships while you were in the service with the guys you served with? Did you keep in touch with them?
I made some friends, but I never actually kept in touch
Uh-huh.
afterwards.
And did you join a veterans organization?
No, I never did. I was kind of a loner.
How long did you work for the phone company altogether?
Yeah, 33 years, I guess it was.
33 years, huh? And then you retired.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel like your military experience affected your life? And
Oh, I don't know. That didn't seem to affect me too much.
And is there anything else you'd like to add at all?
Huh?
Anything else you'd like to say?
No, I don't think so.
Well, thank you very much for sharing your experiences with us. We appreciate it. And we'll make it part of our
Didn't
history.
take long. Didn't take long and wasn't too much.
Everybody gave
Actually.
some. Yeah. Well, thank you a lot. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.